Hello, my name is Ilonka Sargent Capron. Today I will tell you about my learning experience while utilizing the tenets of Universal Design for Learning, UDL, in my online instructional unit. In my journey, I started with the topic Leadership Skills and a Lesson Plan. The introduction, development, and concluding activities that embrace the three tenets of UDL, which are representation, engagement, action, and expression. I also planned the type of assessments for the unit, formative and summative. Analyzing a learning situation. For my unit, I checked to see the type of adult learner that would be in my class. For example, are they aspiring, new, or seasoned managers? This helped with the type of lesson I created, the lesson activity duration, the type of content materials and assessment to be created. For example, quiz, multiple choice, true, false, and matching. I also reflected on what I've done in the past when teaching a blended lesson, what went wrong, and how I can now correct those learning mistakes. I examined the layout of the unit in regard to how the student can have easy access to the content and be able to locate the materials. I used the flipped classroom approach in my design. I revisited my unit and flipped or inverted the unit so that the content materials were placed first and labeled for a better flow. For example, required reading labels with all the reading materials, videos, how to do for the tutorials needed for the various activities for engagement, such as blogging and wikis, but also based on the learning needs for the adult learner in the class. Course documents for the important materials like rubrics. Designing objectives and principles to address the issues in the learning situation. Based on the topic, I designed the objectives around the knowledge, skills, and learning experience that the student should have achieved once completed. For example, the introduction, the learning objectives are animated using Powtoon, YouTube video clip, and voice notes. I also checked for the flow of the introduction sequence, developing of resources to meet these specifications. The course content materials were developed based on best practices, research, and on my past experience with teaching adult learners in a similar situation. I observed how they interact and learn the content material. Some of the methods were through YouTube video clips, demonstrations on how to, PDF, URL links, and PowerPoints. I also now incorporated for the discussion, simulations, blogs, and wiki to engage learners. The use of closed captions for the video clips catered to learners who may have hearing disabilities or want to see text on the screen. I use text transcript for my YouTube video clips as another form of content for learners who may want to read or print materials. In the PowerPoint presentation, I use color that is pleasing to the eyes and bullet to bring attention to the content. This was done to reduce the cognitive load on the brain of the learner. I also took on board some important points from my colleagues in the area of audio material. The advice that I would give to future developers to integrate UDL in the instructional unit should be designed based on the type of learners and how they learn should be the key factor for the selection of the content materials, use of graphics, text, audio, video, and animation, and the activities used to increase student engagement. The navigation through the materials with good instructions is also another key factor. I hope you can take on board some of my suggestions. Thank you.